Hello viewers, welcome to Minutes Mystery. This is March 1981. On that day, a mother stood in a German court. A perpetrator who was standing right in front of the mother. A man was standing there. He was the one who raped and killed the mother's daughter. So, the mother was standing right in front of the mother's eyes. She was looking at the criminal with angry eyes. The only thing she could think of at that moment was, am I going to become a monster like the one standing in front of me? Or am I going to let someone else judge me and just walk away? That's what's running in that mother's mind repeatedly at that time. The mother's actions, it is said that it shook the whole world. So, what did that mother do that day? In today's video, we'll explore the story behind it. This video is going to be very emotional and touching. So, let's skip to the last video. Come on, video guys. Before that, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook and WhatsApp. This is on June 3, 1950. A couple in East Prussia had a beautiful girl child. The name of the girl is Marianne Bachmeier. Her father is a soldier who fought in the Hitler War, but he fought only for a while. Except that, let's see how he is now, sitting at home, drinking, and scolding everyone at home is his job. Let's see if Marianne's mother is okay. They were also easily triggered and got mad at everything. So, if one person in a house gets angry, it doesn't work. If both get angry, the house will be good. It will definitely be two. Yes, there will always be a fight in Marianne's house. This fight affects Marianne a lot when she is young. So, Marianne had a tough time growing up and experienced more sadness than happiness. At that time, when she was experiencing sadness, to increase that sadness a little more, Marianne's parents both divorced and separated. This plunged Marianne into a state of depression. Her mother became her sole caretaker during this time, and without a father to argue with, Marianne's sadness only grew. So, Marianne expected her mother to take care of her. But an incident happens at that time. That's when Marianne's mom gets hitched again. Marianne was a bit upset about her mother's second marriage, but she didn't mind it since it was her mother's choice. Even though she doesn't care about it, Marianne's mother doesn't like Marianne being at home. She says that if she continues to stay at home, her new life won't be happy. She says that Marianne shouldn't stay at home anymore, and she kicks Marianne out of the house. Until then, she was happy to have a place to stay. But now, that happiness has been taken away. Marianne is also facing a situation without a house at that time. Marianne was 16 years old at that time. A guy came up to Marianne and spoke to her with a lot of kindness. Marianne fell in love with him. That love turned Marianne pregnant. That pregnancy gives Marianne a little happiness because she didn't want to make her mother suffer. She wanted to take care of her baby girl, but then, Marianne's boyfriend disappeared without any explanation. This created a lot of shock for Marianne. For months, Marianne took care of her baby, but at that time, Marianne couldn't even eat. She couldn't raise her baby. So, Marianne decided to take care of her baby, and she left her baby at an orphanage. This affected Marianne a lot, but she decided to move on. 2 years later, when she turned 18, she began to reconcile with Marianne. He also gave Marianne a baby. After giving her a baby, he also left her like his first love. So, Marianne moved on to another depression. Marianne decided to take care of her baby, and she left her baby at an orphanage. After dropping off her baby at the orphanage, Marianne began searching for employment. She got a gig and started waitressing at a pub. Marianne got a big advantage in this job. She didn't know where to stay. The owner of the pub gave her a place to stay. This gave Marianne double happiness. Marianne started loving the owner of the pub. This love gave birth to her third child. Marianne told the owner she left her 2 children at an orphanage, but she couldn't bear to leave her child at the orphanage. She asked him to marry her so that she can raise her child. The owner was shocked, and the owner told that he is not in a stage to be a husband or a father. He had a lot of commitments. He told him that he can marry her only after he fulfills his commitments. He told her to wait until she fulfills him other obligations. He told her that she will support her as much as he can. This gave Marianne a little comfort because the 2 people who were with Marianne before didn't inform her. But Marianne told him to support them, so Marianne was feeling reassured about giving birth to her child. The child was born in 1972. The name of the child was Anna. Mariana wanted to raise her child like a queen, but Mariana didn't let her do that because Mariana was working in a pub. She had to work in the night and sleep in the day. She didn't have time to take care of her child. Anna lost her control from a young age. The year was 1980. On May 5, 1980, Anna and Mariana had a fight. Anna skipped school that day and went to her friend's house instead. But when she turned around, she saw that her friend had already gone to school. Anna thought she couldn't go to school anymore and considered going home, but she never made it back. Mariana thought that Anna had gone to school, so she took a day off and woke up in the evening. But when Mariana woke up, she realized that Anna hadn't come home. Assuming Anna had gone to school, Mariana took the day off and waited for her to return. However, Anna never came back. She asked if Anna had left school and Mariana got scared because she was worried about Anna. She went to Anna's friend's house. She asked them if Anna had come home, but they didn't come home. It was nighttime. Mariana was very worried. She went to the police station and filed a missing person report. After filing the missing complaint, she went to the police station, but she couldn't work. She was very worried. The following day, a different woman arrived at the police station. She came running. She filed a missing complaint. My husband, Klaus Robuski, was 35 years old. He filed a complaint that he killed a small child. Everyone in the police station was shocked. The police asked her why she was reporting her husband as the culprit. She said that her husband was the one who told her that he killed a small child. She was very worried. She filed a complaint because she didn't want to get caught. She claimed that she was not involved in the murder. She said that her husband was the one who did it. When the police began investigating Klaus Robuski, they discovered that Mariana lived next to him and that she was not just an average person. They found out that Mariana was a child molester. The police came to report Mariana to the authorities. Your husband is a bad man and tell me what he did. The police informed them about the murder, but I wasn't home at the time it happened. I went out that time. Only Anna had to go to school and came back home. She could only go home after she crossed our house. My husband called Anna as she was about to pass by our house. She didn't hesitate and entered our house. There is a reason why she entered our house. It's not a new thing for him to come to our house. Whenever she wants to play with our cat, she will come to our house and play with our cat. She will go home whenever she wants to go home. She came to our house to play with our cat. I was not at home when she came to our house. I will always be with my husband. When she comes to our house, she will play with our cat and go home. My husband called Anna when he was about to pass by our house. He was with Anna the whole day and he chopped her neck and killed and cut her and put her in a box and threw her. My husband told me this. After hearing this, I was shocked. Instead of living with such a guy, I can give complaint and be separate. That why I'm giving complaint. After that, the police went to the address she told. They searched there. They found a cardboard box with a child's body. After they found that, the next second, they go to Klaus Kroppa's house, beat him up and bring him to the police station. He was taken to the investigation room where he was interrogated. When they start questioning him, he becomes speechless and unable to answer. Yes, I did this murder. He agrees with Klaus Kroppa's. Once he confesses, the police proceed to ask their next question. You had already been accused of child molestation cases. So, I heard that you were involved in some cases. How did you do all these things? When the police asked him, Klaus chuckled and recounted his past. The police was shocked to hear that. In my story, in the 70s, Klaus has already done child molestation to 2 underage girls. The police took him into custody and brought him to court. When he stood in court, the only thing the court said was, if he is doing child molestation to underage girls, he must have a psychological problem. So, immediately send him to a psychiatric doctor. Klaus was sent to a psychiatric doctor. After being sent to a psychiatric doctor, Klaus underwent a complete psychological evaluation. After studying him, they submitted a report. In the report, they said, Klaus is a sexual addict. If he is allowed to remain in society, not only these 2 girls but many other girls will be at risk of sexual abuse. To prevent this, We have only two options. The first is to have him admitted to a psychiatric hospital for the rest of his life. Or the second option is, we should inject chemicals into him, so only one option out of these two options is the only solution he has. The psychiatric doctor said this in the court. The court asked Klaus which of the two options he would choose. Klaus did not hesitate and said, "I cannot live in the first option, sir. I can't spend the rest of my life in a mental hospital. So, the second option is, I will inject chemicals so, from now on, he will not do anything wrong. You just prepare the process for that." Klaus said this. As soon as he said this, they started the procedure for that. They sent Klaus to a doctor, injected chemicals as anticipated. Klaus's sexual addiction began to diminish. He is also living a normal life. Many years have passed. After many years, Klaus began to experience some changes in his mindset. As soon as he started to change, Klaus became unstable. Why should we live like this after getting blind? They injected chemicals into us. Similarly, if we inject another chemical into us and get revived, can we go back to living our old lives? He went to another doctor and asked if it was possible to reverse it. The doctor asked me if I had done something like this before. He told him yes and mentioned that I have 2 kids. I decided to concentrate on my work. I did the case station and did some economical improvements. I want to return to my life. I asked him to inject me with a chemical to remove. He asked him to reverse the castration. The doctor said that it was a request from a patient. He said that there was nothing wrong in doing this. Without knowing anything about his backdrop story, he initiated the castration reverse process. The class was back to normal. He started to have more sexual addictions. At that time, Anna started to fall in his eyes. His hands started to shake when he saw Anna. He was waiting for the moment to meet Anna alone. He was eagerly anticipating the chance to be alone with Anna. He was eagerly anticipating the chance to be alone with Anna. He was telling the police about what had happened. He was not planning to kill Anna. He was going to send Anna to her house. Anna asked him for money. He said that he didn't have money and asked him to go home. Anna threatened me that if I don't give money, I'll tell mom that you kept hands in my private parts and then you'll get beatings. What if she goes and tell her mom and they do the castration to me again? So that's why I killed her, so even she was a reason for her death, he replied to the police, jokingly. So, the class was making fun of her in the investigation room. Mariana was peering into the interrogation room through the one-way mirror. She was very, very angry. She was about to go kill him in the investigation room, but she couldn't do that. So, she was controlling her anger. At that moment, another idea was crossing her mind. Even I'm a reason for Anna's death. There is a reason for this guilt. Because she had a fight with Anna and ended up skipping school to come back home. So, she died because of this monster. If she hadn't argued with Anna, Anna would have gone to school and this tragedy could have been avoided. So, she was feeling guilty and she was feeling guilty. She started to act differently because of the guilt she felt. Mariana was living happily in the society. But she started to isolate herself. Police called to confirm that it's her child so that they can do the rest of the proceding, but instead of going to the hospital, she stayed in her room. For a few months, she isolated herself and stayed in her room. The main reason for this was her guilt. And she was bit alright and did all the proceedings. 10 months passed. After 10 months, the court hearing was held. After 10 months, Mariana was seen again. Mariana's request was very simple. She wanted to seek justice for her daughter's murder. But the first hearing was not like that. Instead, it was happened to rise her anger. The lawyer who was on her side began to argue that if he had been normal, these problem wouldn't have occurred, but she wanted to reduce her sexual addiction. You asked him to do castration, right? The police conducted a castration to him, that's why her hormone imbalance levels were higher than before. That's why he did this, and started to argue. It's fine if he says like this, but Anna's death was not because of class, it was because Mariana didn't take care of her daughter, that's why she kept going out of the house. They said that the reason for her death was because of going out of the house. They started to blame Mariana. This made Mariana angry, but this is court, right? She can't do anything, that's why she's quiet. But the court couldn't do anything about it. But since it was a sensitive case, all the media outlets in Germany began covering it. Because of that, this case was talked about a lot. Some people supported Mariana, but many people said that Mariana was a careless mother. They said that her carelessness was the reason for her daughter's death. This made Mariana even more depressed. The second hearing started. During the hearing, the court asked witnesses about the final moments of Mariana's life. The class told them everything in detail. They asked the class to spare Mariana's life in the last moment of her life. This made Mariana even more angry. The second hearing gave a statement. Mariana thought that she wouldn't receive a severe punishment in this matter. The second hearing concluded and the third one commenced. March 6, 1981 started. On that day, Mariana entered the court late. Because of that, they didn't check Mariana. This was an advantage for Mariana. When she entered the court, she acted as if she had something up her sleeve. The hearing was going on in the court. Everyone was listening to the hearing. Mariana casually strolled to the seat beside them. The class was standing right in front of her. Mariana was staring at him. Mariana shot class 8 times. 7 bullets came out of the front and back of the class. When 7 bullets came out of the front and back of the class, Mariana surrendered without any hesitation. The only thing they told was, "This is not Mariana." Everyone was saying that it is Anna's soul which went into Mariana, but the police station was investigating. The police asked Mariana why did he kill him before the court could give. Mariana said that he killed her daughter, so she killed him. Mariana said she shot him because he killed her daughter. Mariana said that I was planned to shot in his face, but it may create some problem, but he is not alive. Mariana said that she had to kill him for her daughter's soul to rest in peace. The media went to Christian, who is the father of Anna and Modern. Christian was the owner of the pub. They asked Mariana's husband what Mariana had done to his wife. Christian said that Mariana was furious after Anna's death, but she was controlling her anger. She was keeping her cool because she wanted a favorable outcome in court. But she did not get a good result in the court. Mariana's anger was increasing. But I didn't anticipate her anger to kill him. I did not say that it was wrong to kill her. He is a very bad guy and that's the right thing to do. Christian said that only after killing him Anna's soul would have been at peace. Christian's tears were falling from his eyes. Christian was close to Anna, so Anna's loss was not bearable. Mariana had to go to the court often. Mariana had to get a lawyer to pay the fees. Christian was giving money, but he could not give money to Mariana. Christian was not a rich man. He was earning only a small amount of money. But he spent all the money for the court case. Christian did not have money. Mariana did not have money. If they had to continue the case, they had to get money from somewhere else. Suppose if they didn't have money, they will not be able to continue the case at that time. Mariana released a statement. She said that she sold her life story. She said she sold the rights to her life story. At that time, Mariana stated that she could sell her life story to a magazine for money. She said she could sell her life story to any magazine for money. After revealing her life story, a representative from Stan magazine approached her. After hearing Mariana's life story, he decided to publish it. After that, Mariana's story was published in the magazine and it became very popular in Germany. Everyone started reading about her life from childhood. And their eyes was full of tears because since childhood she had faced a lot of hard times right when she gave 2 children to the orphanage, and when she quained to rise her, all the people in Germany understood that this is the reason of her decision, and they told that it's a perfect mother revenge. Yes, what they have done is not wrong. Any mother should take this decision. If she makes this decision, society won't be able to eradicate such crimes. Many people from Germany are supporting Mariana. They are starting to support her. As days go by, the support for Mariana is increasing. And the court's hearing was favor for Mariana. Yes, the judge who looked into Mariana's case has taken all of Mariana's rights into account. Mariana's actions are not wrong. The murder is wrong. But the victim did not deserve to live. From a mother's perspective, it doesn't seem like there was a big mistake. So, she will only serve a maximum of 6 years in prison as punishment. Mariana is given only 6 years of jail time. Instead of giving 6 years of jail time, Mariana turned out to be a good person after serving her time in jail. After 3 years, Mariana came out of jail. After being released from jail, she left Germany and traveled to Nigeria, Italy, various countries. She lived in Germany. She had pancreatic cancer. She died on September 17, 1996. She died on September 17, 1996. After she passed away, she was laid to rest next to her daughter Anna. After her death, she lived in this world. Even after her passing, she continues to exist in this world as the ultimate symbol of mother revenge. What do you think about this idea of a mother's ultimate revenge? Comment below.